On air.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have another guest here from PwC, actually interning from the New Jersey office. So New York, sorry. But yeah, if you'd like to give an introduction.
Yeah, for sure. My name's Isha, and I'm a senior in industrial engineering at Purdue University. I also picked up a minor in innovational transformation and change and global engineering while I was here. Yeah, I did a internship after my junior year at PwC within their financial transformation division. And underneath financial transformation, I was in capital markets, but there's also asset wealth management and some other groups.
Okay, so it seems like you had a lot of banking experience. Could you
Yes.
touch upon like a little bit about what you did on your like project at PwC?
Right. So the nice thing about Big Four is that they are all kind of auditing each other. So for example, the client I was working on had received a very poor report from their auditor at Deloitte, and so we came in to help fix the problems that Deloitte had identified. And that's kind of how all the Big Four kind of typically works for the auditing. Within finance, it's mostly working with different banks and brokerage firms, so like Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and groups like that. And I was with one of those groups as a client, and we were helping to kind of fix a problem that had been identified and put a plan in place.
Okay, yeah. So going back to a little bit about your recruiting experience, what did the interview process look like, and how did you approach the behavioral or case interviews?
Yeah, so for me, it was one case and one behavioral interview. The way I got into PwC was by applying through their women in consulting experience. So that was at the end. So you have to apply for that during your sophomore year, and that's like a conference that happens in May. And if you receive an offer to go to that conference, they also extend an offer for internship the following summer. The nice thing about it is that you have your recruiter that helps you kind of get tips and tricks for how to pass their interview specifically. So for PwC, for example, and I think this reflects for most of the Big Four, the behavioral interview, they have a couple core values that PwC defines as they have 5, you can look them up on the website, and those are kind of the points that you want to stress in how you answer questions, right? I exhibited integrity through this when I'm answering a question. This is I want to make this value stick out, and because the biggest thing about consulting the Big Four is you want to show that you culturally fit. For the case interview, it was I would say it's a lot of information overloading for sure. I remember it was 10 minutes of her reading this case, and it's not even video, it's just over the phone for both of them actually. So it was just a voice call and taking furious notes on numbers and this and that. And I would say doing case competitions had really helped because my case itself ended up being an M&A case, and I had done an M&A case competition a month ago.
Wow.
So that was very helpful in the case. I would say for any case interview, just practice information overloading. So just being able to even just listen to a 15-minute speech and being able to take notes and retain information, TED Talks can be really helpful for this, is a good practice. And the other thing is looking at case even if you don't do the case competition itself, just looking at the cases these companies put out to see what kind of problems they're going to ask you to solve. So you can already start to think about when you actually have to solve them, what you would do.
That makes sense. Yeah. What was the most challenging part about picking up into the middle of a project?
I don't think it's definitely, this is reflective of any consulting experience because everyone rolls in and out at different points. So you really have to take ownership in knowing what you know and don't know and being able to learn by yourself. I think the difference between school and the real world is in school, any project you work on, everyone's kind of at the same starting phase. Everyone starts together, has no idea what's going on, and then by the end of it, most of you knows what's going on.
Yeah.
And have done an equal amount of work, whether it's different roles. But when you are in the real world or when you're in a real consulting project, you jump on and the manager might have been there for a certain amount of time, the team is there for a different amount of time. I rolled on and then someone else had only been there for 2-3 weeks, but they were the most experienced because of the phase shift. So then it really puts it on you to learn as much as possible yourself.
Yeah.
And then there I was implementing something to facilitate easier communication.
Yeah.
So like you have to be unafraid to learn quickly and also be unafraid to ask questions.
What are your future career aspirations?
It's a good question. I've also been
I think everyone's in the same boat.
For me, I think I know once within the next 5 years, I want to be making tangible impact in specific industries. I want to get into energy and power utilities. I have other goals for getting more involved from a community perspective as well, wherever I end up. So I think the wrong approach is to find your dream job out of college. Because I think a lot of people come into college as freshmen, sophomore, I'm going to do all this, get all these internships, and then find my dream job immediately, right after I graduate. And that's it. That'll be it. But all I've learned, going through the application process and talking to people who started full-time and have transitioned within the first 6 to 7 months of where they were to somewhere else, your first job is just kind of treat it it's just a starting point. How high of a starting point can you give yourself to get where you actually want to be? Because in this economy, in this life, and in the United States, you're not set in stone with your first job by any means anymore. You have the ability to change.
Wow, that's very profound.
What I'm weighing is what is going to give me the most amount of skill set development right after school? How can I meet the most people that are going to help me get to where I want to get? And how much agency am I going to have to make decisions, and how much growth and opportunity will I have to lead and see a lot of things that could be useful for the next long-term future, as well as what's gonna I think internships kind of tell you what do you need in a work day and a post-work day. So how can I have that? What do I actually want from my balance?
Yeah, that makes sense. I think a lot of people in general are very obsessed with prestige or just how much money you're making straight out of college.
Right.
So you're touching upon a lot of great things about figuring out what type of impact you want to make, what type of industry.
Yeah.
Your first job really isn't the end all be all, right?
Yeah. No, and I think money is not don't get me wrong, it is important to consider the money, but also consider the fact that you're always going to know your worth. So if you think that even if it's a less well-paying job, you think it's a better learning experience, so you can always negotiate for more money later on down the line. You can always transition roles. You can always leave.
Yeah, always, yeah.
So
that's good, yeah. Final question for today. Do you have any general advice that you want to give to aspiring consultants or college students in general?
I think just being open is really important. I've been blessed to have had a large variety of experiences throughout my college, and I think part of it is because of the wonderful opportunities at Purdue, but also I want to give myself credit that I went out and seeked those opportunities. Never, I think just don't be afraid of being never get too comfortable. Always try to see is there opportunity for learn and to be uncomfortable, and then if something is not working, and you'll know if it's not working, you've given it a shot. Then also learn how to reflect on that, be able to step back and let it go. That's also hard for me and probably a lot of people, but letting go, but also starting new things, those are the two things you can learn the biggest from consulting and college in general.
Yeah, just always trying new things is, you either learn that you like it or learn that, I should be doing something else.
Yeah, or this isn't for me. Exactly.
That's good. That's all the questions that I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all our viewers will really like your responses.
Thank you. It was a pleasure having you.
Cool. Nice to have you, Isha. Yeah, we'll end the video right here.
Bye. Thanks.